Hey, what's going on, guys, and thanks for checking out my overview, and later on I will do a demonstration of this as well on the SVS PB16-Ultra subwoofer. And here is this massive beast here. I have the grill on it right now and I will take that off later, but there is the front of the subwoofer there. Here's the LED screen which lights up when you're playing music or watching a movie. Now you can also get this in the piano gloss black. This is just the black oak finish, and you can get it in the piano gloss, which is a lot prettier, but it does pick up more fingerprints, dust, etc., and it is harder to move that way as well. And yeah, this is the metal grill that comes with it, and this is actually really sturdy, so you can hear it whenever you knock on it. And there's 3 different pegs on each side to hold it together, and I'll take that off later when I'm going to do the demonstrations, as I was saying earlier. But it's also good if you have pets or you have kids running around and they run into it. At least it's not the subwoofer that's actually getting hit, it's just the grill, so it helps protect it a little bit more. And it's called the 16 Ultra because it does have that 16-inch sub in there. It has an 8-inch voice coil, 1500 watts continuous power, and 5,000 plus watts peak power amplifier built inside of it. So this is a massive beast. Now I'm not going to try to compare it to a lot of other subwoofers because I haven't listened to a lot of them out there, but I can hear a massive difference because whenever I first got some subwoofers, I went from like I think it was like a 6-inch LG soundbar, and I was like, I want to get a better sounding sub, better sounding system, and so I just went into building my own home theater system, which I started doing that. And when I started doing that, I started looking at some subwoofers. At first, I got the SVS PB1000s, and I had dual of those, and I had them stacked right there in this corner, and those are 2 10-inch subs. But they couldn't do nearly as much power as this bad boy, and it couldn't get deep bass. And my dad actually had some of the SVS PB2 Plus, I believe was what they was called. Yes, the SVS PB2 Plus. And those had dual 12-inch subs, and those were the top of the line for SVS back about 10 years ago, I believe. And he still has 2 of those, and those had the deep bass, which I was used to for a long time. And whenever I got the PB1000s, I didn't really get that deep bass out of it. I mean, it was clear, but it wasn't deep. And so I started looking into this one, and I bit the bullet, and these cost about $2,500 no matter where you get them from. But I do encourage people to get this off the SVS website because they do have 60-day back money guarantee. And also I believe it's a 6-year warranty that goes with these. And if you get it from an unauthorized seller, they will not honor that warranty at all. So you have to be very careful where you get this. Crutchfield is another great website to order this from. And they also have great customer service if you have any questions about it as well. But yeah, be very careful where you get this from. And as many other reviewers have talked about, is the clarity of the deep bass that it can achieve whenever you're watching movies and playing music. I mean, there's bigger subwoofers out there. Trust me, I've seen some of the 18-inch subs, the other 16-inch subs, or the dual 12s and everything. And some people say those are louder. That might be true, but you also have to take into account that those can be the boomy kind of bass, but they're not articulate. They're not right there where the bass should actually be, where it doesn't sound natural. It just sounds loud and it sounds boomy, and it doesn't sound like it actually would per se in real life. So that's something else to take into account. And that's the little overview of this. And so I'm going to go ahead and take this grill off, and then later I will show you the app that's going to go along with that part. Alright guys, here's the PB16 Ultra without the grill on. As you can see, the light is lit up here, which shows how much the volume is you have on the subwoofer. There's the subwoofer itself, and here's the 3 ports at the bottom, which I'll get to in a minute. And before I go into that, I want to show you guys the app here. See, it connects through Bluetooth. Here's my PB16-Yo is the name. You can control the volume, the preset. You can make all kinds of presets, and this actually turns on off the display. So it'll turn off if you do that. There's all kinds of different stuff you can do. I'm not gonna get into that too much. And here's all the different stuff. You can actually even contact SVS support if you guys have any questions about anything as well on the subwoofer, which is really cool and handy in case there's something you don't know how to do. And there's actually, I'm not sure if it shows it on this one, if you hit down below it'll say about this feature, so it tries to tell you a little short description of what each feature does on the app. Now at the bottom, here's the ports. There's the 3 different ones. I only have one plugged up, but that's the extended mode, which it goes down to 13 Hertz, which is the lowest out of all of them. Now if you have them all open, that is the standard mode, which goes down to 15 Hertz, which is actually the loudest, but it doesn't go as deep as the other ones, so I like to keep it in the extended because that is the deepest bass you can get out of it. Or you can have them all sealed, and it comes with 3 of the little styrofoam things, which are pretty easy to get out of there. And that has it more of like a sealed box, like the SB16 that you can get. They all have their unique sound, but I like the extended. So I guess it's just kind of your personal taste. And another thing I want to mention before the demonstration, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's the SoundPath subwoofer isolation system. It's the little pegs here, which you can buy on SVS website or Crutchfield, or I'm sure other electronic store websites. And this actually helps raise the subwoofer more off the ground. It comes with 6 pegs, and it makes it where stuff doesn't rattle around in the room as much, because the closer it is to the ground, the more the floor is going to absorb it, and the walls. So if you have it in a room with a lot of stuff hanging on the walls, it's going to be pretty loud and it rattles a lot of stuff. So it's probably best if you keep this in a room that does not have that. Now I think those are around $70 that I've seen. That's how much I got mine on. And I actually have mine on little furniture movers, excuse me, because this is really hard to move on by yourself. So don't try to scoot this on the floor without these, because it could break the legs off or just damage the sub in general. So be very careful with that. And so there's that, and we're gonna get into the demonstrations. Alright guys, there's the overview and the demonstration of the PB16-Ultra. Give it a like if you like the video. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions, and check the description below, and I will actually have a link to SVS's website so you can take a direct look at all the specs if you didn't catch everything. Thanks for watching, guys.